Syrian king Shalmaneser V and his campaigns in the 720s against Israel and Tyre are a lesson in the dangers and tactics of ancient siege warfare. When King Hoshea of Israel tried to rebel by withholding tribute, Shalmaneser responded with the full force of Assyrian might, launching an invasion and imprisoning Hoshea. But what followed was not the expected lightning conquest. Instead, Shalmaneser's army settled into a drawn-out siege of Samaria, Israel's capital, a process that would last 3 whole years. The massive Assyrian forces parked themselves outside the city, gradually wearing down defenders through deprivation and psychological pressure. Samaria's formidable fortifications, the fruit of centuries of defensive innovation, managed to resist these world-class invaders for far longer than anyone had expected, highlighting the limits even empires face against stone walls and stubborn cities. At the same time, Shalmaneser was facing resistance from Tyre, the famously wealthy island city off the Phoenician coast. According to ancient sources, he launched a simultaneous siege on Tyre, dividing his forces to put pressure on multiple fronts at once. Tyre's defense was legendary. Assyrian troops could take the mainland, but struggled to cut off the island completely. So Shalmaneser resorted to blockading water supplies and waiting the inhabitants out, a siege that would drag on for years and ultimately see Tyre submit only after Shalmaneser was gone. In both cases, the king bet his reputation and the stability of his empire on the ability to crush resistance quickly. But the sieges became symbols of his limitations as a military commander, with outcomes that would destabilize his reign. Sieges like this were brutal, slow, and frequently indecisive. Despite eventually winning Samaria and integrating its lands into the empire, Shalmaneser's failure to claim a clear victory at Tyre and his need to keep armies tied up in prolonged campaigns exposed the vulnerabilities even the largest empire faced. Stubbornness, lack of focus, an inability to find effective solutions ultimately collapsed his reign. We can be glad that no politicians today share those same traits. You can learn more about ancient history on the Oldest Stories podcast.